welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have another informative video for you babes all about chargebacks. Let's get right into it. So chargebacks, they're scary, they're a nightmare, and nobody wants to wake up in the morning and see on their sales page that there has been a refund, a chargeback. Their money has been returned to the buyer. Why? What did I do wrong? Oh my God, insert mental breakdown right here. That was me on multiple occasions. So what is a chargeback? Pretty simple. A chargeback is when your money gets refunded to the buyer for whatever reason. Hopefully an understandable reason, but not always. There are many reasons why there may have been a chargeback on your account for a sale of your services, digital goods, whatever. The most common and understanding one that I have bumped into, which makes a lot of sense, are dupe purchases. And that is when a customer purchases the same video like 2 times in a row or 3 times in a row, and it's completely accidental. Maybe on their part, they didn't realize that the sale had went through. Maybe their internet is lagging, who knows? But it's very understandable that the platform refunds them of their money for every copy except for the first one that they purchased. Completely understandable, and I've had a few of these myself. The chargeback could also be because of a playback error, either because of you on your part or because of the platform and on their part. So for instance, this has happened to me. I didn't get a chargeback because you actually do get a time frame, usually 24 to 72 hours to correct the issue before the customer is refunded. But for me, I had a video that I had the wrong file attached, and so I had to go in and upload the correct file to this video, even though the thumbnail and the teasers, the description, everything was correct. For some reason, I had the wrong video file attached to this video, and I don't know how I did that. I must have been blanking or something when I was creating this video listing, but it happened. And I did correct it, thankfully, so I didn't get the chargeback and I was able to appease my customers. But that is one way that you could be getting a chargeback if you do not correct that problem in the time frame given. If there is a playback issue on the platform's end, this did happen to me one time. Apparently, allegedly, the file that I uploaded did not upload correctly, even though there were no errors shown on my end until the file was actually sold, and then the customer made a complaint that it was a 0 megabyte. There was no data, there was nothing to download, view, anything. So basically I had a time frame to upload this file again on that listing to correct the problem because there was an error while uploading it originally the first time around. Thankfully, I was able to get it up in time in this situation and there was no chargeback, but if I didn't do it in time, then there would have been a chargeback. Now onto the reasons that are not very justifiable, but it happens and it happens all the time. A customer can complain to their credit card company or just to the site and threaten a credit card refund, and this happens. Credit card companies usually won't be extremely lenient and especially won't do it multiple times. Like, as far as I know, a credit card company isn't just gonna give you a free-for-all on refunds on a platform, but more than likely the customer will probably get away with it at least the first time. And what happens is it really hurts that platform because they kind of get like a ping or a flag or something on their end for getting a chargeback or a refund from the credit card company. And because of those instances, the site more than likely will probably just refund the customer when he's complaining and threatening a chargeback complaint, because what happens if he actually goes through his credit card company is that it's gonna really negatively affect the platform itself. And if they get hit too hard by too many customers, then there's no more platform. So chargebacks are just an awful situation all around, and knowing the chargeback rules on the platforms that you are working on is incredibly important because every site, every platform is gonna have their own chargeback protection rules for the models, sellers on their platform. So make sure when you're signing up to a brand new website, you read the chargeback rules. It's really important to know the risks involved with every platform you're going to be working on. As adult content creators and working on these websites, we really don't have much protection on our part. Unfortunately, we are at the whim of the platform. And if that means that their customer service are awful and they're going to refund like most of our videos, which has happened to me, we can't do anything about it. There's nothing we can do about it. As far as I'm aware, if there's a way to do something about it, please let me know, because frankly, I'm just taking a passive stance on this one. Not everything in life is fair. So every platform is going to have their own unique chargeback protection rules. It's important to read those rules so that you know what you're signing up for, and also to know the risks involved and the risks associated. Like everything in a business, there are going to be risks involved, and knowing where to take the risks is going to be really important. So for instance, if you are working off of a site that doesn't have the best chargeback protection rules, maybe do not offer custom video sales on that platform, like at all. Because custom videos can be the most expensive thing a customer can purchase, and those ones are also a little harder to argue that you actually delivered what they wanted. So I would only sell custom videos on platforms that are reputable for very good chargeback protection rules. And if that means that you need to reroute this customer to a platform that is actually going to protect you, then do that. And I know that some sites don't let you like link this, link that to other platforms, which is total BS in my perspective. But use email to communicate. And if they have a problem with email, don't even use that website. But yes, offer your email and communicate to the buyer that you would like him to make the sale, the purchase for this custom video or this custom photo set or this service on a different platform that is going to be protective of your rights when it comes to chargebacks. So over the years, I've worked on many platforms, and some platforms I can tell you right now that they are high risk platform. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be on them at all, except for one, and I'll let you know which. But what that does mean is you need to know the risks associated with working on that platform, what it is that you should be comfortably selling on that platform, and not custom videos or large sale purchases, services, and that kind of thing. So I can list 3 platforms that are high risk platforms, and only one of those platforms, which I'm pretty sure shut down, maybe for this reason, I don't know. I would highly recommend you do not sell anything. Don't even make an account on this platform, and that is AVN Clips, AVN Stars Clips. And I did make an Amber Cutie Forums thread about this. I'm not gonna repost screenshots and this and that, but basically my videos were getting refunded 50% of my sales. 50% of all of my sales on video sales were getting refunded 100%. And I did ask AVN support about this, and basically they said that their chargeback protection, they didn't have any for models. There were no chargeback protections for models. If there was a complaint, there was a refund. They said that they would block the customers that were doing this, but they weren't getting blocked, and I was continuously getting refunded. Exactly half of my video sales on AVN Clips were refunded in full to the customers. And eventually, after some trial and error and testing and way too much leeway on my part, I shut down my store. I took down every single video that I had on sale, because what happens is I'm losing money then. That is a huge liability that people can go onto that platform, purchase my videos, complain, get a full refund, and not have purchased the video on a platform that wouldn't have refunded my money. So stay away from AVN Clip Store, but apparently I think I got an email that they were shutting down or something. Thank God if they did. One of the other high-risk platforms that do not have chargeback protection for their sellers, their models, is Extra Lunch Money, or Elm. And this one was kind of interesting to me because I have stated in my review for Extra Lunch Money that their customer support is awful. It's one of, if not the worst customer support that I've ever worked with in my career as an online entertainer. After getting refunded hundreds of dollars that I wasn't told what the refund was coming from, even upon asking, they basically redirected me to their wiki that stated that they can infinitely refund to a customer based on what the seller has in their current balance, and that can also go into the negative. So if they make more money, they'll keep taking it out. And when I say infinitely, I mean infinite amount of money and infinite time. There's no time constraint on this refund. I highly believe that they are just robbing models at this point. So the moment that that refund happened, I got my booty off that platform real quick. And what I mean by that is I just completely stopped funneling my time and effort and all that into the platform. I haven't logged into the platform in a really long time. They also kept on restricting my messaging, so I couldn't message any customers and they wouldn't unblock me. And basically the reason why they were restricting my messages is because I was copying and pasting and using automation to make my business more efficient, and they didn't like that, even though I'm literally a top seller on there. Oh well. Your loss, extra lunch money. But what I'll say about extra lunch money is be really careful. Be really careful on all spectrums, because support is not going to help you if the customer complains about a video, a custom video, a service. You're actually in a very bad position and they're more likely to refund you than not. Video sales are more safe. Store item sales are more safe, but you're not going to get nearly as much money off of this as if you were selling custom services, custom videos. Anyone who's on extra lunch money, customers and sellers, models alike, go to Amateur Porn Clips, AP Clips. They have a custom forum board now. It's more new, but it's awesome, and AP Clips is way better. Their customer support is a lot better, and they don't have these issues and high risk involved. The third high risk platform, and when I say high risk, it's iffy for me. I'm gonna say that's my stance on OnlyFans. Chargeback protections are non-existent on OnlyFans. They kind of gaslight you and lie and tell you that you are protected, but you aren't protected. If a customer complains, they can get refunded. I had a customer get 3 videos refunded, and when I reached out to them, they told me that yes, his account is going to be blocked for this and that he will never be able to do it again, but his account was completely open and unrestricted and I could message this guy and everything. So I don't know. And I know I'm not the only one who's had refunds on OnlyFans chargebacks. So yeah, be really careful there. Percentage wise, it's not nearly as close to 50% like AVN Clips was, but it is still somewhat of a risk when you're comparing this platform to other platforms that have the protection. The other thing that is really scary about OnlyFans that makes them high risk is that their rules, their terms of service are extremely unclear, and you can get strikes on your account even where you can be justified as not even breaking these terms of service. Like for instance, one video that I got flagged and struck on OnlyFans, the same rule was stated on ManyVids, and I asked them to review that video and they said it was completely fine, even though the wording of what they said was not okay, was exactly the same. So they really don't give you much leeway to work with in terms of what exactly goes against their TOS, which is also the strictest I've ever seen on any platform. So it makes it really, really hard for adult content creators to even follow their rules in the first place, because they have very silly rules in my opinion, specifically the foreign objects rule. So those are the 3 platforms that I consider high risk, and that is my stance on them. You might have a different stance, that's okay, but that's part of my personal experiences having worked on those platforms. I do have 3 very safe platform recommendations for you guys that do have chargeback protections. As far as I'm aware, you are very, very protected on these sites, and those are ManyVids, Clips for Sale, and I Want Clips. These 3 platforms have been my favorite to work on ever since I started working on them and being an adult content creator. They continue to be great, their traffic is amazing, and I haven't gotten a single chargeback on any of these platforms to date, except for dupe purchases and scares when I had to re-upload a certain video that was having playback issues. So as a wrap up, protect yourself and set boundaries by not working on high risk platforms. And when you are working on high risk platforms, know the risks involved and take very calculated risks. Do not sell high expensive services, custom videos, that kind of thing on high risk platforms. That's just really scary, and you can lose a lot of money that way and waste a lot of your time and potentially even own money if they spent some money for you to buy certain resources that could be really expensive. I've heard horror stories. So be careful and protect yourself. If all of us adult content creators continue to stick to reputable websites, reputable platforms that actually protect our rights as sellers models. We're continuously showing that we're sticking up for ourselves and our rights, and these other platforms that are not protecting us and protecting us from chargebacks are going to become more redundant in the future, or at least that's my hope. And remember, risk taking is always going to be part of any business. You just have to take the right calculated risks. Well, babes, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. I hope it helped you. I hope you learned something from this video. If you did enjoy this video, as always, subscribe to my YouTube channel, turning on that notifications button down below so you don't miss another one of these videos in the near future. So with that being said, I'll be seeing you babes again very soon with another video. Bye for now, till next time. Real quick, can I get a show of hands for how many people here have noticed that this is the 4th video that I'm filming in the same day? Comment down below with the strawberry emoji if you have noticed that.